am full of gratitude. Fake it till you make it. Smile till you mean it. Episode 22 of the Hour of Power with your lovely, beautiful, most gracious, elegant host, Chad William Michael, at the absolute supreme temple of the KWNK Community Reno Radio. I am full of gratitude. That is and seems to be the theme of my day. Love you, Pepper. Good to see you. Glad you're doing great. It's good to see you online. It's good to see you and your family thriving. I will always love you and always have a super crush on you. Just gotta say it, truth be told. Love you, Syracuse. Syracuse is where most of my family is, and a lot of my friends and past history is absolutely beautiful. Jean-Loup, good to see you, man. I love broadcasting live via Instagram and recording here at the KWNK station here for 11 p.m. Sunday evening broadcasting. Again, episode 22 is just absolutely full of gratitude and thankfulness and listing the things I'm grateful for. As soon as I wake up this morning, I'm looking at the mountains. Mount Rose is absolutely precious and beautiful. Woke up in South Reno, biked over, did over 30 miles of adventure yesterday on the bicycle and hiking. And after work last night, biked 15 miles out to hang out with my cousin for the evening and enjoy that adventure. Love you, man. Blessings. Love you too. Love it, man. I love being alive. I love being a human being. Maybe I've been many other things. Being a human being in this embodiment seems to be pretty cool. A lot of emotions. Christmas, just giving myself permission to feel everything that's going on. Whether are we all connected? It's a great question, that saying we're all one seems to be pretty real. I don't watch the news necessarily. I did walk into work last night and it was on. They know better. I forgave them, so I immediately turned it to HBO and some sweet movie was on. So no commercials, as minimum commercials as possible. And what else was on? Oh yeah, what's the one with Wolf on Wall Street was on the other TV, and that's I feel like that's like a past life recovery movie for me. Being a business salesman, I mean, what a lifestyle. I really enjoy my life. Most of it is playtime. I get paid to play. That's the theme of my life. I'm great at playing. I get paid to be I'm a theater improv instructor during the day, Monday through Friday, for elementary and middle schoolers in the public and private schools here. And it's a blessing. It's very challenging. A lot of times I don't understand. I don't get it that some of them don't want to play. And that's all I wanted to do as a kid. I would have to try and canoodle my friends and family to do my schoolwork for me so I could play. Beautiful brew, vanilla oak kombucha. We have a privilege of being next door to a great coffee house, Magpie. I also got some sheep yogurt. Pretty epic. Yeah, it's all good, I got some nice chocolate smoothie from South Reno today. Did it 14.7 miles in about 55 minutes to get here. Pretty pumped. Sir Thomas said 11 a.m. sharp, so that's what we did. I got here at 10:59. What a blessing, right? What a blessing. A lot of thoughts come and go in and out of my mind. I try not to give them too much value. just allow them to be. And I returned to my breath. I realized that woke up, got in the hot tub, sun was up, it was beautiful, birds are chirping. Lovely Saturday. Sometimes I don't know what day it is or what year it is. I just enjoy, be grateful, and I never want to let go of a good thing. So it's always my cousin and I were really good friends, and we have a lot of fun together and share some good stories. I think we were up till 2 last night. It was fun. And I was up before 7. Felt really well rested, and began the day, began the journey. He's shaking up some orange juice for us, and what's the whole point of the hour of power? And I just want to be a blessing to people. I want to remind you how precious you are and how precious today is in these moments. And I hope this is recording. Sometimes I don't know. That's why I like the trade of money, so people can do the things they love to do, and so I can do what I do. There's that song, just trusting that people do what they're supposed to be doing, and then I can just continue to do what I'm doing and not worry about what they think. And it seems to be an issue. Been realizing, the hour of power, I guess, is just to share with you where I'm at, where my growth is, and my desire is to inspire success in all beings. And I hope there's a takeaway, even if you tune in for a moment or a full hour here, is to me an absolute blessing to humanity and all beings, near, far, human and non-human. Any shape, color, and size and belief system, right? I don't need to agree with you, or I shouldn't have any thoughts unless they're great, unless they're positive. We're human. We think a lot of things. And it's beautiful. I feel life is an improvisation, right? If I think about what I'm supposed to be thinking about or supposed to be saying next, I'm missing the beat. So I'm with my breath. I'm with my breath all day. I'm aware. I'm vigilant. All 5 senses and beyond. Tuned into my feeling. What am I feeling within my system, my guidance system? Not too much what I'm thinking anymore. Really, thought is something else. If I'm even describing or thinking about this beautiful kombucha, it's just a nice experience. I'm experiencing life more and more. I'm being done to, as my cousin and I would say. And it seems to be more and more of a blessing just to tune your frequency and your vibrations to the things of your desires and your passions in a wholesome manner, in respect to all beings, and just allow the universe, right? We have gravity, and I like to keep it simple. We have gravity, we have change, the law of change, and we have the law of attraction. There's a couple other, but those are the 3 that keep it simple for me. What am I attracting into my life? How's my posture? Let me correct my posture so I'm aligned, so my energetic channels are attuned. And how do I feel right now? Grounded into the planet, no matter where I am. Focused on my breath. Again, welcome to the hour of power, where your presence is the most important. Yes, I am magical and beautiful. Yes, I am the most important person in my life. I look around, I see people living their lives, and I'm grateful for mine. I'm grateful for my freedom. I'm grateful to be recording episode 22 for the 11 p.m. Sunday evening crowd, preparing you for deep sleep into the ether, preparing myself and Reno for a fabulous, well, it's Saturday here. We're recording on Saturday, but I'm always preparing for an epic week. It's never guaranteed. The days aren't guaranteed. The next moment is not guaranteed. So there's a story that I really love. And the point is, how do I feel? How am I thinking about other people? How am I thinking about myself? If this was my last moment on planet Earth, I would love to be caught thinking well of myself and thinking well of others, treating other people well, treating all things well, constantly being caught doing what I love to do, being caught being kind, being an inspiration, inviting prosperity into my life throughout the day and consistently and continually for all time, right? Not only for me, but for my family and for all others. How good does it feel to share? How good does it feel to know and experience abundance, but also give? It's humbling to receive, and it's a beautiful thing to receive. But gee golly me, it feels wonderful to give in an abundant manner. It feels good to have comfortable shoes on, right? My feet do most of the work. Thank you for my little pinky toe. Thank you for my organs. Thank you for my teeth. Thank you for my beautiful smile, right? Thank you for my gums. Thank you for my tongue. Thank you for my ankles, my calves, my knees, my thighs, my hamstrings, my beautiful sculpted Wolverine glutes. I have a comic book in my room of Wolverine and the Juggernaut, and Wolverine's glute is hanging out of his, he's got his yellow spandex on, and it's like a 3 muscle glute, and I've had that comic book since I was a teenager, early teens, and it's the model of the glute, right? I love sculpting. I feel like that's one of my arts. That's one of my passions, and I feel like I am my own painting. My body's my painting. My body's my sculpture. My body's my book, right? So not only do I want a beautiful book cover, eating properly, but I feel like it's a reflection of the work that I do with my eyes closed, the combing of my mind, filtering and deleting old files that no longer serve my highest and truest self, and allowing for a beautiful book, the pages of the book to be beautiful, right? If I'm constantly improving and not thinking, right, I don't feel less of a filter, and that's a beautiful thing. I don't really want to filter my life anymore. I just want to be honest, and it feels good to be honest. It feels good to be truthful, no matter what. Even if it's a little bit, it's harsh sometimes with anybody. Just be honest, but be kind. Be kind, have courage, speak up at the perfect time, but also know how to listen. Active listening is a huge part of my daily life, and when I'm engaged with people, looking them in the eyes, toggling back and forth between eyeball, left and right, watching their mouth, watching their lips, feeling, maybe empathizing, putting on their shoes, being careful though, monitoring, making sure, possibly guiding them, hey, tell me what's good. It's a constant, right? I feel like sometimes it's really easy to be alone and stay supercharged and super positive, but then to go out into the world and share yourself. That's why I love this medium of radio and Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. I upload these radio shows to YouTube after we broadcast, after the 11 o'clock hour on KWNK 97.7 FM. I love giving first fruits to, well, obviously, we're all getting first fruits because this is live. However, I love what the KWNK station has done for the Hour of Power and Chevrolet and Michael and the community. So I'm grateful. Thank you. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning into your own self, being reminded how beautiful and amazing you are. Thank you for your presence on a daily basis. Our interactions together are so precious. The day is the day, and this is the only day we have. I hope more and more of you understand that, and that's for you to understand and to be realized. It's a beautiful thing. We can wallow in thought about negative things, or we can choose happiness, right? I really truly believe it's a choice. It's okay to feel everything. It's okay to think a lot of things. But I can channel my thoughts. I can tune into this frequency. This morning I was very ruthless. Again, it's challenging to let go of great things and comforts and luxuries and to continue to move. Right, so biking here, 15 miles, 14.7 miles in under 55 minutes. I do it with balance, a balance of mind, not too much, not too little, but that perfect movement up and over some rolly hills, in traffic, staying calm with cars and trucks, with a balance of, I got these beautiful Tozo Bluetooth headset. It's nice beats in my ears, but also just staying present and with my breath, trusting. I embody an angel when I ride my bicycle, and I spread my wings out with my imagination, and I just trust that I'm going to be safe, right? It doesn't matter whether you're in a vehicle, you're in a bicycle or a motorcycle. I can't control traffic. I can't control other people in any aspect of life. I can't control the kids in my classroom. I can't control my coworkers. I feel as though I'm a recovering dictator or something, a warlord. This old story of wanting to control people and things and circumstances. And the only thing I can control is my attitude and how I respond to any situation, moment by moment by moment, and it's breath by breath by breath. And gratitude has been my key. Has been my key, right? A lot of people have their different go-tos and things they pray to and focus on, and Superman and Wolverine and the Avengers and even Thanos, right? If you've seen the new Avengers movie, I've seen it 3 times. I'm definitely going to go watch it again. It's been very enlightening for me, very inspirational for me. Josh Brolin does a great job as the villain Thanos, and you begin to empathize and understand where he's coming from. So in the stories of the Marvel movies, he is the one who goes from planet to planet and does, he kills half the population to balance out, right? So we look around, there's a lot of complaining on planet Earth about this, and that, and about how lack, right? I feel like it's all perception. I've always lived in abundance. I believe I always will live in abundance. I am abundance. And I'm not talking about Chadwell and Michael when I say I am. I am is all capitals, and I believe that's my higher self, my God aspect. I feel like we are all one, yes, part of this oneness. So if I'm going to use words and labeling, this I am presence, I feel like gives birth and constant energy and fuel to my body and radiates through me as long as I'm aligned, more so, right? So we can either be dying slowly or living very abundantly and awakened as the co-creators that we are. Again, gravity is a beautiful thing. It keeps us. Zach, man, I love you, buddy. It's May. Your birthday is coming up. Happy birthday, amigo. Just turned 33 myself on Monday. It was very beautiful and emotional, as every day is. Always focused on balance. I feel balance is key to life. Oodalali. Fortune tellers, lucky charms, get your forecast. But sire, they could be bandits. Oh, poppycock. Love you, man. Blessings to you and your family. I love you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. May. Thank you, May. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for my brothers. Oh, there's a gentleman in Reno, Bazooka Zach. I love you, man. You guys remind me of each other. I have a lot of similarities, and I was thinking in my mind I needed to ask Bazooka Zach if he'd be my brother, because I feel like I miss you, Zach, man. That's the one thing about this treasure hunt I'm on. I miss my family. I think about my family so often. Good thing I got my cousin here in town. Keeps me family grounded. It's really sweet. He is a stud, dude. He's totally a stud. Bazooka Zach he is a stud, man. I see him at the gym. He spins some good music, great music, and he reminds me a lot of you. So he's a good man. You would approve. So until we meet again, I'll keep giving him hugs. Zach, what's the best? Sometimes every time I see my buddy Zach from Syracuse pop up here, I think of a time at was it Tully's? Yes, summer concerts. What restaurant were we at where we were laughing so hard? I've always had a good laugh with you, man. Osprey, beautiful. Yes, I say yes. Kyle, Adam, and Matt. Oh, it's your brother's birthday the other day too. Give him a squeeze. As long as I'm digressing, why don't we all take a deep breath together? Unos. It was Unos. Yeah. We were laughing so hard. I can't even tell the story. We were children. I love it. May we all laugh heartily today. I'm starting to break a sweat. I love it. Anyway, taking a deep breath. I love my friends. I love the friends I grew up with. When I'm in class, when I'm instructing this class, the middle schoolers can be very challenging. So we end up just kind of having a group circle. There was a kid having a meltdown the other day and very violent, smashing his face on the table. And all I could do is just give him love, right? I know, favorite story of all time. And I just had to love him from a distance. I can't control people and how they interact. And we ended up, he was dismissed. He dismissed himself. Another teacher came in to help out, and we continued theater improv, but it was more storytelling and with these middle schoolers. And there's bars over the windows, and school can be a prison. I mean, I hated school. I hated it, and it feels good to kind of say that. I really disliked most things about it. If I can bring you into my world and our world for a moment, we would get there. The check-in being on time was there on or before 8:15, between 8 and 8:15. We would check into our home class, and then we'd go to chapel and worship the Lord. We were made to worship the Lord for an hour, some imaginary thing, and clap and sing. And I hated it. I absolutely hated it. And how we got through it is we would laugh, and we had each other. We had friendships, and that's what I was encouraging these kids. Love each other. Just really love each other. because that's all you got. You know, if you got to be in these prison systems of school, and some kids love it. I mean, I just wanted to play. I hated wearing a uniform. I hated wearing restrictive clothes. I still do. In fact, getting warm, all this hate, and this is my opportunity to just give it more love. You know, then we do math and science, and I just disliked all of it. I disliked all of it. I said, just, let me play. Let the boy play. Let the boy watch. Mimicking! And we would torment our teachers as much as possible. We would get them to mentally snap. And that was our liberation. All of them. We went to a private school growing up, K through 12. There was 200 kids, and we would just torture our teachers as much as possible because I felt like we were just as tortured and made to believe in something that we didn't even have a chance to even fathom. And I'm blessed, I'm blessed. I feel very blessed because of it, having that contrast. But the freedom of choice and the freedom of, hey, would you like to do this? I mean, I was rarely asked, would you like to do this as a kid? We had volleyball. I hated volleyball as a kid too. I play now as an adult, and I didn't start to like it till after school. But the only part about school I loved was mocking and laughing and giggling with my friends and making out with my girlfriend and flirting, with all my other classmates. And, I just really found fun. Very, I became a great liar. I became a great deceiver and ninja. And it's been, as an adult, maturing, conscious adult, I've been recovering from that and just being honest. It feels good to be honest and speak your truth and do what I feel is right for me, whether it's, I'm even having trouble checking, going to work and checking in with that and the system, so I can trade my energy for freedom units, aka US currency. I think it's I am angry. I'm experiencing anger right now. Uh, I feel as though I should just be able to play. I feel as though I should be able to serve and give treasures to, everybody and just play and have a nice, beautiful trade and have pockets full of cash. Like, I feel like I just deserve to. And I feel like everybody, if you feel as though, and, it's like this, what's your service? What's my purpose on planet Earth? And I feel like it is to inspire. It is to, I love acting, I love the theater, I love film, and I feel like that gets the job done. I mean, there's a reason why the Avengers Wars Infinity War $1 billion in the first week. There's a reason for it. I feel like the film industry has really helped me heal. We grew up watching a lot of film and cinema, and it was very healing. I never saw my parents. Their jam was church, and we watched a lot of movies. Me and my dad, and my siblings. I got four younger siblings, and I talked to my brother Grant the other day on the phone. He also watched the new Avengers movie 3 times, unbeknownst, and we were just reveling in the enlightenment of the movie and the balance and understanding. I mean, I look around and I am disgusted with society, gotta be honest. Disgusted with the consciousness that I see and the lack of, just a lack of awareness. And honestly, it's a reflection of me and where again, I'll state that that used to be me, right? And it is me from time to time, but I feel more aware. I'm 100% responsible for my life now. I choose everything. I'm not a victim of any circumstance. I choose to ride my bike in the rain and cut corners and wipe out in traffic and get up laughing, right? Life is, it's like dark chocolate, there's, it can be bitter, but it's very delicious to grow and to imagine what I can become. And I can be what I will to be. And I have lofty goals. I have lofty things I'm going after. And again, the most challenging part about it is being away from my friends and family that I grew up with. Leaving home, I knew I needed to do, and again, being in love a few times in my, I've always been in love, but walking away from a few beautiful relationships in my early and mid 20s and just not knowing where I was going, but having to leave regardless. And I'm now 33. I feel like really preparing myself more than ever before to have a beautiful goddess as my partner and adventure buddy. And that thought is nice and it feels good. And I feel like I'm worthy of that. And had a couple phone interviews yesterday with a really cool opportunity, and I've heard myself say, I am worthy. Like if this is what I'm supposed to do, if it is in divine order for me to be doing such and such, I am worthy of the best, and I feel like anybody who I come in contact with, I'm conscious, I'm aware, I'm going to give them as much love as I can. I know I'm a blessing now. I wasn't always like that. I used to be a blah, 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 but here I am now that I made a conscious decision 6, 7, 8 years ago to really be a blessing, and it wasn't always like that. And I saw this, even along this journey the last 6, 7 years, like nothing hurts more than disappointing people uh, based on fear, making decisions based on fear. And now I'm more aware of abundance, and I feel like I'm giving more than I'm taking, more than ever before. It feels really refreshing. Even now I'm experiencing the somberness of episode 22, The Hour of Power. And I love to entertain. I love to smile. I love to laugh. I love to giggle. But I feel like these things are important. Maybe the relation and the relativity between us all as human beings. We can do something about society. We don't have to collect all the infinity stones and wipe out half of all beings in the universe to restore balance. The balance is from within, right? So if I experience these negative things in the outer world, I don't, less and less, I'm being aware that it's all within me. It's projected through these eyes, through my consciousness, and what I'm attracting to my experience, these things I'm disgusted with, is an aspect, a reflection of me. So what is it within my own mind? What are my own thoughts that I need to change in order to see abundance, see wealth, see health, see prosperity, pockets full of cash, cabinets full of superfood? Yeah, on my bicycle today, I saw some beautiful sport bikes whizzing by, motorcycles, and just saying, yes, I really love that. And, a Ferrari and beautiful Toyota Tacoma metallic black sport package, moon roof, the whole Shazam for time travel. I mean, I'm worthy. But however, I really love riding my bicycle. I'm in phenomenal shape. I did 30 miles yesterday, biking, hiking, and I do about 80 to 100 miles a week. And would I be doing that if I had a vehicle, a motorized vehicle? And the answer is, I really desire to stay balanced and still have that choice. I love choices. Choices make a man and a woman rich. I always like to remind myself of that. To have a motorcycle in the garage and have a beautiful time machine to travel long distances comfortably and throw a few friends in the back. I am blessed. I'm right where I need to be in my growth process, full of gratitude and full of a lot of things. I feel it all, whether I love you, man. I love you. Salute to my brothers in Syracuse, New York. I salute you, Zach, man, and your family. I love you guys. You always treated me well and held space for me to giggle, laugh, and we watched a lot of movies. We watched a lot of movies. I appreciate that time. Thank you. I will keep riding my bicycle. Feels good. Feels good. Maybe I'll get a bicycle upgrade. Maybe get some rockets put on it. Remember your breath. Remember your breath. I'm talking to myself, and hopefully it resonates with you, my man. I love you, and the rest of all of those listeners on KWNK 97.7 FM Reno Radio and via Instagram here and uploading to YouTube within the next week or so. And I hope this episode 22 is forever, forever as in this lifetime. And may Chad William Michael be known for his inspiration and his hopeful and ridiculous thoughts and manifestations. I would love people to go, man, I remember him talking about that when he was just riding his bicycle around town and trading and serving the people and making slave wages. I remember that. I remember when he was there. And now I look at him and I remember him talking about making, being a part of the greatest movies, the greatest cinema ever made. I really love Hollywood. I really love them. I feel like I understand them. Weird, wacky, wild. They just don't care, and they don't care in the way aspect. They don't care what people think about them, and I really love that, and I take that to heart. And I'm living my highest and truest self as best as possible in respect to all beings. And I don't have time to care. I mean, the day is the day, and it's the only day I have. So, am I going to be busy thinking about what other people think about me, or am I going to be busy doing and living my highest and truest joy for moment to moment to moment? And tune into the frequency of prosperity. If I'm thinking about what people are thinking about me, am I tuned into prosperity? Am I tuned into perfect health? Am I tuned into wealth, happiness, harmonious relationships? You can't be tuned into both. You can't watch, maybe if you have two TVs or two radios, but I am one radio station. My body is one antenna, and I set the frequency for the day, and I have to return to it sometimes when I'm out in society, and I get a little, just one breath at a time. If I'm remembered, he said one breath at a time. He was a one breath at a time kind of guy. He was in the moment. He was here more than ever before. I remember watching and listening to an interview with Bill Murray, and they're like, if you can do anything, or if there's any other goals that you have, and he just looked and he just was still for a moment, and he just saw it, and he just said, I want to be here more. I just want to be present more. I seen, and we all experience getting lost in thought, but to be present and in the moment and to be tuned into joy is a gift, is the gift of life. And tomorrow isn't guaranteed. I hope I have another 110 years, and I know that means I'll bury a lot of my friends and family, but I think life is so precious, and to not be attached to anybody or anything, not even my own body and mind, but to just give love to everyone and everything, even if they are doing heinous, disgusting things on this planet. Just know they're either coming from a place of love or fear. And if they're coming from a place of fear, empathy and kindness and compassion really goes a long way. It's not the outer world we need to blame. It's something we need to change within our own minds. And I would love to hear that more coming from our leadership. I saw a blip, more outer control. I mean, what a absolute illusion that is. You can take away people's toys, but they're going to find a way either to be loving or be destructive. And it's not up to the outer world. It's not up to these leaders, You're like, well, when so-and-so changes, or a leader makes a different policy. Honestly, now I never know what's going on, and I hopefully never will. I will always know what's going on in my world, I'll look for the beauty. I'll search for the inspiration. I promise you to live my highest and truest self from moment to moment to moment to moment and give the best I can and serve humanity, my family and friends the best as possible by constantly gardening love and kindness and compassion within my own bodies. I desire to be the example, right? Enough talk, buddy, enough chit chat. I kind of feel that I'm very empathic and very psychic, and I don't mind saying that anymore. I am kind of a mutant. I feel people's thoughts, I feel their feelings, and I feel their judgments, and it's only a reflection of my own judgments. However, I'm just gonna do the best I can to love myself and everyone else. And they're like, okay, buddy, enough of that positive jargon. I remember someone really important in my life, really, since the beginning of time, said God wouldn't give us that power to be that co-creative in our lives and that responsible. And I feel liberated to know that I am responsible for my life and the frequency that I'm tuned into and what I'm attracting into my life. I feel that if there is a being that is a creator God that created me, that I'm grateful. I'm grateful that it, he, she, essence, I know I have a creator or creators, whether they're whatever they are. I have my own thoughts on that, and I'm really grateful for my adaptation in my body and my blood and my ability. I feel like I have like amphibian in me. I feel I have reptilian. I feel like I'm a little bit of everything in this lifetime. I feel like I've lived many lifetimes, and this is my best one yet. So I hope to leave you inspired and hopeful and optimistic. Just don't shoot for the stars, but gaze up at the stars and just wonder and talk to them. Thought travels faster than the speed of light. I imagine that there's other beings on these stars and planets surrounding them, and I just say, all is well. All is well. All is well here. I look around. There's a reason I don't watch the news because that's not my current reality. The news is never my current reality. My current reality is what I see around me. I'm in this amazing, I always say this is like a Mars spaceship here. I'm already in space. I'm on spaceship planet Earth, and what an absolute blessing it is to be on planet Earth. There's stories that this is the focal point of the universe. Earth is a beautiful place. It's a living library filled with a little bit of gifts from all over, all galaxies, from all different races and species. And I think that's a wonderful thing. I feel 4 o'clock and all's well. For those of you, Robin Hood, Disney's Robin Hood is a magical movie. I've seen it countless times. And thanks, Zach. Love you, buddy. We got a few more minutes left together here on the Hour of Power, episode 22 at the KWNK Reno radio station here. Sir Thomas and the crew, I'm so grateful for you. Thank you, Reno. You know what? Let's end on gratitude. I'm going to list the things I'm grateful for. You can join me on your own deal. I'm grateful for the Holland Project. I'm grateful for all our sponsors and members of the radio station here. I'm grateful. I look up at the stars, and there's a story that each star shares its light with planet Earth. So we have all this support already. So thank you for the billions of supporters and millions of supporters, hundreds of millions of supporters all around the galaxy and universe that is sharing their light rays with planet Earth for our upgrades and evolutionary process, moving into the higher realms, heart chakra and above. Grounded with planet Earth. Thank you for my ability to understand that I'm, grounded here on planet Earth. I love being on planet Earth. I don't want to go anywhere else right now. I'm really here to experience all that planet Earth has to offer. It's a beautiful place filled with grace and abundance and overflowing water and healthy foods and beautiful people. I had a little negativity earlier, and that's my truth, for the moment by moment, but there's a lot of beauty. There's a lot of beautiful people, beautiful hearted people, beautiful minded people, gracious people, generous people. And I hope to attract them into my life more and more than ever before. I just want to play. I'm grateful for my body. It just loves to play. It loves to move. It loves to give, and I love, thank you for the world of entertainment. Thank you for the balance of mind, body, and spirit, right? Thank you for my ego. Thank you for Chad, William, Michael. Thank you for my mom and dad. Thank you for my siblings. I love them all. Thank you for my childhood. Thank you for the upbringing in the private institution and school that I disliked so much. Uh, Thank you for showing me the contrast of restricting a child so I can allow more freedom in my life and more freedom in the people that I've influenced and allowing their free will and giving them choices, right? A businessman, a good salesman gives all the information and allows the client to make the decision without, we'll leave the rest, right? We know that classic salesman approach. I love free will, whether that's an illusion or not. I love choices. I love feeling rich. I love luxury. I love camping and I love swinging on a hammock. I can find comfort on the ground and on the beach. I love luxury. Thank you for the luxury in my life. Thank you for my bicycle. Thank you for my future motorcycle, future beautiful vehicles and time machines and aircrafts and helicopters and airplanes. I mean, I love all these things. I love time travel. I'm a world traveler. I thank you for my future homes that are being built now that are being prepared for me. I live day by day here in Reno. It's a little insane, but it's all in my favor. Thank you for everything being divine and in my favor and forcing me to be present and in the moment from moment to moment to moment. With the illusion of security, there is no such thing. Thank you for always being at the correct place at the correct time. Thank you for the safety of my body and my friends, and thank you for all my relationships. And I am full of gratitude. May I continue to see the optimistic point of view no matter how heinous life can be and how people can just be people. May I forgive myself and forgive people for their ignorance and forgive myself for my own ignorance and just constantly move into an enlightened and wise state of beingness and love and compassion. Episode 22, Hour of Power. It's a little sombering. I hope you're smiling now. I feel like my smile is a gift to all of you. There'll be a time when I have my gold tooth in that'll make you smile too. But for now, this is the Mad Magazine smile. Working on that genuineness, working on that authenticness. I don't always have to smile. It can just be ravishingly beautiful, and that'll be enough. Well, feeling good, 33, love you, man. Mark Michael did say that. I love my dad. For those of you on the radio, I'm not going to filter it. No, I got to filter it. I think some of my students listen in sometimes, so I try to keep it Disney PG. I love all of you. I love you, Zach. We're wrapping it up here, and we'll take a couple deep breaths together. Just observing the reality as it is. This is like my pre-flight check. Check my body, check my organs, give a little love to my body, heal my body, heal my mind. Be the change I want to see in the planet, one breath at a time. I love all of you as much as I know how. Thanks for tuning in. Your gracious host is thankful for your presence. Chad, William, Michael, here and now, always and forever, in this life or the next. And we got a few till full liberation, so I see you now, and that's all I got. Peace, prosperity, health, wealth, and happiness. Cheers for now. Namaste.